And this morning on Today's Health, stem cells in baby teeth. It turns out that tooth under your child's pillow could be worth a little more than you think. NBC's chief medical editor, Dr. Nancy Snyderman, has details on that. A lot of parents interested in this.
Yeah, a lot of parents are interested. It's sort of that insurance marker for way down the road, because baby teeth were discovered to have stem cells in them about 6 years ago. And in the same way that some families have chosen to store umbilical cord blood, some parents are now paying to store their child's teeth, primarily to get those stem cells. And they're looking at private stem cell banks. But the question is, should you bank, or are you being taken to the bank? 12-year-old Abby McGlone is missing a few baby teeth.
Right here, and here, and right here.
Her parents are keeping track of each one, not for the tooth fairy, but for something potentially far more important. Abby has type 1 diabetes, and her parents hope that one day, someday, stem cells from baby teeth might unlock a cure. The idea isn't new. For a few years, many new moms and dads have been banking the blood found in umbilical cords, considered a rich source of stem cells, right after their baby's birth. But it's costly, and not every frazzled new mom takes the leap. Moms like Maria McGlone, for whom health concerns about her daughter seemed a far-off worry, until Abby's diabetes diagnosis when she was just 3.
Neither of us really knew anything about diabetes and had no clue that, it was such a huge, lifelong change.
Having missed the opportunity to bank Abby's cord blood, her parents are hopeful about stem cells gathered from those baby teeth. Dr. Pamela Roby is a researcher at the National Institutes of Health. In 2003, her team discovered that nestled in the pulp of baby teeth are a few of those same stem cells, building blocks that have the potential to develop into many different parts of the body.
From that single baby tooth, we can isolate between 10 and 20 stem cells. The number is very small, but they're very powerful in how they can divide.
But there's a difference. Unlike stem cells from cord blood, baby teeth stem cells so far have only been tested in animals.
In terms of using dental pulp stem cells, it's too early to say how effective they would be in applications outside of the mouth.
Nevertheless, some companies see this emerging research as an opportunity, running ads like these, which seem promising.
Stem cells hold the potential to replace diseased or injured tissue with healthy, functioning cells.
Abby's parents paid $500 to the National Dental Pulp Lab, one of a handful of U.S. tooth cell banks, for the kit used to collect Abby's teeth. They will continue to pay $125 a year to keep them frozen, a price that's half of what it costs for cord blood collection.
The cost is not so great that we won't pay for this as long as it takes.
Still, he knows saving baby teeth is a shot in the dark, and that there's disagreement whether it will ever lead to any cure.
Parents in my practice do ask me about baby teeth and stem cells. Right now, there is not sufficient science to recommend saving and banking these teeth.
But stem cell banks insist they aren't taking advantage of customers.
There's a wealth of evidence to suggest that these cells are going to become very significant clinical players, hopefully in the near future. We make sure these people are educated, they understand that there are no immediate treatments for this.
And some doctors say they're optimistic.
Baby teeth are being discarded every day by parents all around the world. This is kind of a safety net that a lot of people will choose to use just until some further science develops.
For their part, the McGlones say that the money they spent is an investment in their daughter's well-being. A small gamble that one day the tooth fairy will bring the greatest gift, a cure.
It's very new. We're not naive in thinking that this is going to cure our daughter's diabetes in even 5-10 years or ever. But we feel that if we didn't take advantage of every opportunity out there, we'd be foolish.
So I guess the simple question is, will any of us be around long enough, will our children be around long enough to see the possible benefits from this come to fruition?
I think your children will be, but it's still an issue of cost. Are you willing to put some money aside and bank this for the future with no promises today that something will be developed? And for some people, that $500 is nothing. For a lot of people, they say, you know what, with no science, why would I waste that money?
And real quickly, for the people who've been saving baby teeth of their children for sentimental reasons, they have them in an envelope in a a drawer?
No good.
No good.
Your
Okay.
dentist has to either send them in, or you have to, if a child loses a tooth, wrap it up in tissue, drop it in a glass of milk, refrigerate it, and then get it to one of these private companies. There are no public banks for this.
All right, Nancy Snyderman. Doc, thanks very much.
You bet, Matt.